Hello, I'm Will Forge, and today we will forge. Let me get that music going. I don't know why it start before I turn on the music. Normally I have that going before. Here we go. Anyway, okay, let's see. Gotta go to live chat so I can see what people are gonna be saying. Boom. Okay. Hey Aaron, how's it going? Did you check Discord? No, I have not checked Discord yet. Ooh, let's see. Oh wow, I've got lots of messages on Discord. Yes. Forgot to check. Before starting stream. And then you sent me actual direct messages. Ooh. Ooh. Did you make these today? And yesterday? Because this is amazing. Okay. Wow, someone bookmarked it. Someone bookmarked your tweet. It's beautiful. Would you prefer after doing a tutorial about this scene? I've been meaning to explain. You know, you could do tutorials. Man. Man, that's cool looking. Okay, I'm liking your tweet, by the way. And I retweeted it, and I gotta see this. I want to see the second tweet you made. Yeah, I'm gonna show this on stream. What am I doing? I could just like show it. Boom. While I go and retweet your other one with the lava and all that stuff, with all of your posts. But yeah, man, that is awesome. That is really awesome. Let me go back to chat so I can actually see what you're saying in chat, because I have no idea. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Okay. Yo, Wilco, Matt, back, Pack Hype, yeah. Replaying Breath of the Wild. Oh, nice. I was about to say, I just watched the trailer for today, and it's amazing. It looks great. I made the desert one in 2 hours or so this morning. Yeah, nice. Wow, because like you were showing me the desert rocks you were working on yesterday, and then I was like, yeah, these are going to be really awesome. And then like you just built this in like a day. That's awesome. Yeah. Since I'm making a desert map, I might need your help with these. I might want these prefabs for my desert one. I made desert one in 22 hours. It's the same rock built with a single prefab, then just duplicated and rotated. So what if you came into me and Clint's map, right? And without destroying the budget with too many rocks, you make something similar, and help me with that other map, Aaron, because that would be amazing. That's the only rock prefab used. Nice. Yes, this is the one you sent me before. And like, it looks like I can sort of, because I know there's only one rock, I can try and count them out, and I could be like, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I might be over counting, because sometimes they poke through and then come back out over here or whatever, and actually line up and come out, you know what I mean? So, I don't know how many you used, but it looks like 30. I'm just gonna say 30 or less, and so it's not too expensive either. But I mean, stuff like that would be, yeah, it would be amazing. I'd love to see how much budget does this desert scene use that you made here, and is it 360? Like, did you make basically? Is it just a screenshot image like scene, or is it one of your canvases? Because if it's a full-blown canvas, then I would love to 30% and no. Let's see. Load it up in customs if you want. Okay, I'll do that. Tears of the Kingdom looks fire. I'm preparing for it by replaying Breath of the Wild. I never actually beat Breath of the Wild because the DLC came out and I started doing the DLC I was about to fight Ganon the day the DLC expansion came out, and I was like, Well, before I go into the castle, I'm gonna go ahead and just do the DLC. I was gonna beat it and then do the DLC after, but now I'll just do the DLC. And then I got sidetracked trying to get every single, you know, shrine. And I wasn't gonna get every single Korok poop, but I definitely wanted that shrine. Okay, let's load that up in customs. I'm in the map already that I was gonna work on, but I can do that. I wasn't intending to make it on Institute, since I just tested a layout on my prefab white box map. I bested Ganon, but I barely touched their hard mode. Yeah, see, like, I could have replayed it on hard mode afterward and then done the DLC in the hard mode, but I was dumb. Actually, I think I might have started in hard mode. Can you start in hard mode? Because if you can, I probably just picked hard mode. Because, yeah. Why am I going to my maps? It's your maps. Popular... is there a search button? So I just hit search. Pretty sure there is. Yeah, it's the bottom one. I, like, never use this. Red Planet, is that it? Actually, because sometimes the latest... Let's see. Do you want the link? Yeah, sure, but if it's Red Planet, because sometimes the newest one that someone will make will just be right here whenever you hit search. That happened last time, if y'all remember. Who's Red Planet by? No, I get probably not yours if you're asking that. But Red Planet is by no clue. Oh, owner unknown emerald. Oh, hey, look at that, unknown emerald. It is by unknown emerald. Interesting. Is that yours? This one I want to bookmark because I wanted to play this one. And I've seen it online. I can probably already rate it at 5 stars because sometimes it doesn't matter if the map plays well. Because I haven't played it, so I can't know if it did, but... Fractal? This is interesting. What is this map? No! I meant to press the other button. What is this map? It looks really cool. I like their geometry. It's from Destiny. This is the, what do you call them? I'm bookmarking this one too. That's really cool. Anyway, that map isn't ready yet. I don't know why it's public. Yo, when did you go live? I went live like, 11:16 on my time. So like, 8 minutes ago? Yeah, 8 minutes ago. So not too long ago. It's okay. Let's see. Okay, so for real whip, trench warfare. Anyway, yeah, go to your files. Okay. How do I do that? I'm so bad at Xbox because I skipped the Xbox One. So see message me on stream. Okay, I'll go. Where's I'm gonna. See messaging where stuff to do. Yeah, okay. What is your profile again, Aaron? I don't think it's AZ Wilco, it's something else. Like Discord, Sandbox Canvas from Halo 3. Yeah. I see that. This one does look cool. And we could actually do stuff with this. Like make something real, and I always wanted to do that back in Halo 3, so I think it's kind of cool that this is here. I might bookmark this just to make something like Halo 3 style. Okay, there's so much stuff going on. Let's see. Hey, how's it going? Ripshade. Let's see. Sandbox Canvas from Halo 3. Hey, Green and Aaron. And Will. Haha. Yes, exactly. Let's see. It's like, wait, you're here? You're here, Will? Okay, here it is. Got it. You sent me a link. I'm gonna actually follow the link. You should post a link to it in group chat if you want other people to be able to look at it too. I'm gonna move this to a different screen because it's taking a long time to load. For some reason, it's just doing this on me for the content. Oh, that's right. Halo Waypoint breaks sometimes, and I probably have it open somewhere else. I probably have to completely close down Waypoint because I've noticed it breaks completely sometimes and refuses to load. And whenever it does load, it's got like it's a white background with just text. Over here, it's like HTML mode, or not even. And I might have it open somewhere else causing that problem. Let's see, what is this? That is not, that's Forge Hub. Halo support on Halo Waypoint. Why is this one even open? It's uneven. No, don't play Shadiversity's video. Okay. I've got one of these has... Okay, I had a tab. Yeah, here you go, I'll show you what I'm talking about. I think I can still bookmark it from here, but this is what it looks like sometimes whenever you go to Halo Waypoint. And I'm not sure why, but the bookmark button might still work, assuming it will actually log me. It actually, like, you know, maybe logged me in. Close. I don't see a bookmark button. Well, there's that, right, because first I have to go to the desert scene. Then I can bookmark it. Yeah, it's weird. I've been noticing this happening a lot recently. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna follow your link that you just posted to chat and see if that one will load better. Maybe. Are you on a desktop site? I am, or well, I think I am. Maybe it's trying to load the cell phone site. That might be it. Huh. But I followed links before that were broken like this, maybe from Twitter. So maybe it's, yeah. That could be it, actually. Maybe the people posting to Twitter were posting a link to the cell phone, to like the app or the cell phone website. Okay, well, it's not wanting to load, so I'm just gonna find you in here because I'm pretty sure I can just do the where's the property type? Let's see now. Where's the surely I can just find you by typing something in, right? Oh, right. We know what it's called. Desert Scene. Yeah, that didn't work. Let's see. Or tag, search my gamer tag. Yeah. Tag. Can I make a new tag? I can. Enter is add. Okay, what was your gamer tag again? Because I remember it's not AZ Wilco. It's oh, it is AZ Wilco. Okay, cool. AZ Wilco. 1997. Boom. Confirm tags. Oh, let me clear this. G. Refresh. Ah, come on. Now it's happening. Is it... I have no idea what's happening. I have no idea why it's not loading. Well, I wanted to hop into there. I don't know if it's gonna let me. I might have to go back into the map and just start building. But, wait, there's a little bookmark button on the badly loaded website. There is a bookmark button. So maybe if I press that bookmark button, it will show up in my bookmarks. Well, I def added tags to these. Yeah. I'm beginning... Oh, you know what? I'm in Forge. I need to go to custom mode, custom game, and then they might show up because you probably have copy protection on. Let's see. Search. Yeah, see, there's new ones that are in here in search that probably all have copy protection on. Northern Lights scene, desert scene. Okay, that would have done it. Made it really easy. Yeah. There we go. Let's see. Share your Discord whenever you can. I have at least 4 on each map. Okay, well, I've got it figured out now, so we can get in there and see. And, let's see. Boy, that music is overlapping over each other really badly. Okay. Chairman Ninja. Very nice. What's with that dragon? Is this the Unreal Engine Fortnite? Is that why it's so, yeah. If this is Unreal Engine Fortnite, which I assume it is, you might end up getting banned.
Fatality.
The dragon was one of the bosses in Mario Odyssey. Oh, gotcha. I have at least 4 on each map. Okay, this is Mario Odyssey. That's cool. If this was Unreal Engine Fortnite, you might end up getting banned for making this map. Anyway, okay, so now we have a proper scene. Cool. Okay. So it isn't 100% complete, but because of this, but you can, like, that's not too hard to close up. So like if someone did want to use this as a canvas, it's close enough. Oh, okay, you've got blockers. It's pretty close to done. If you wanted to, if someone wanted to use this as a canvas, they'd probably have to do additional work around the corner, I'm sure. That's probably why you're blocking people off. But you know what this kind of reminds me of? You know in Halo 4, there's a mission that uses art that's very similar, and stuff with a very similar rock, style, and then on top of that they have the like 2 or 3 different what do you call it, Spartan Ops missions that use this kind of rock, like sort of formation, and it reminds me of those. It like feels very, in other words, it feels very Halo. Like it doesn't even just like, you know, look good. It looks like Halo. And that's great. Let's see. I have at least 4 on each map. The dragon was one of the bosses in Mario Odyssey. Okay, that's cool. Fortnite would have banned my ass and Nintendo would take away my car. Yeah, these aren't meant to be playable, but people wanted them, so I only added player blockers in more spawns. Yeah. On Halo 4, where you ride the giant trucks on a fixed rail, haha. Yeah, it's kind of, the maps that they put them in Halo 4 are kind of lame, but they look good, you know what I mean? Man, how cool would it have been if they had made an elephant and then made it to where, like, you could script vehicles to, like, follow a path and they would act like they're being driven. But anyway, on Halo 4, where let's see. But all these rocks here are the same one. Yeah, I know, that's the part that's amazing. This is all the exact same rock, duplicated, flipped, rotated, and placed in such a way that... This isn't even the inherited one, the terrain inheritance one, is it? This is the other one. Man. It's very nice. Like, if there were, like, structures rising out of the rock, this could just be a map, you know? And then, like, maybe, well, okay, it would take a little bit of work to make it to where you could do, like, tunnels underground, because then you have to restructure the rocks to make holes through them. But, definitely, like, structures and maybe, like, a bridge, teleporters, something like that. You could just literally just make this canyon into a map. And it would be amazing, right off the bat. I feel like that's what you should do with, like, Ripshade, like, today or something like that. You should just invite Ripshade into it. Ripshade could just block out something really quick on this map using this terrain. And then like, y'all could either art the structures together, or, like, you could hand it off to another person to art it, or you can, like, you know, do whatever you want to do, you know, to finish it. But yeah, let's see, but all these rocks are the same. See, for real, bro. Yeah, this is non-inherited. Aaron, doing some great work. We need enemies that live in the sand and pop out to attack you. It's inspired by a video from Quixel. Nice. Yeah. Man, this is great. Yeah, enemies that pop from the sand would be great, especially if it was like, it would remind me of Metroid Prime at that point. Everything reminds me of Metroid Prime, it seems. But yeah, no. I want to go around that corner. Like, the way you built this level, just so you're aware, you have built this with such good, like, level design. You've got, okay, the sunlight draws your attention to this direction, right? You've got the rocks up on the sides that kind of, like, large rock there, kind of opening, gives you the implication of moving this direction, but then, like, it's got the, but it's raised up to where you feel like maybe that's a little bit more difficult terrain, so you don't feel like that's the direction you need to go. With this being more open, you got your direction there, but then you've got more than that. You've got, like, you start in over here, and you're seeing these trees and this foliage, and you see that tree over there, and it becomes like a little tag to say, keep going this direction, right? And then you're like, okay, cool, so I'm going to keep going this direction. And then as you get closer, you realize that it wraps around to the right. And that this slope, this rock, which sort of slopes down, if it was like going up and was like a sharp cliff, it would feel more oppressive, like you maybe are, hey, there's a warning, there might be enemies around that corner, so you don't want to go around that corner. But you would feel like that's where I'm supposed to go, so I go anyway. But you know what I mean, like you'd still feel like maybe I shouldn't. But the way that you've designed this, it doesn't just make me like, you know, it makes me want to go around the corner. Like, you've got the tall mountain there, which kind of pokes up a little bit taller, you know, not really mountain, but yeah. And then the birds are flying in that direction. So, like, everything is built to say, I want to go explore around that corner. And then you have progress blockers, so you make me sad. Let's see. It's inspired by a video from Quicksilver. Yeah, check it. Northern Lights next. Reminds me of the Transformers movies. That's funny that you said that. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna go do the. We're gonna do the Northern Lights next. But yeah. You should invite Ripshade in there, and 2 of you guys should block something out real quick, and make another 4v4 map really quick. And then release it for Forge Hub contest between the 2 of you for, you know, before the next one. That's what you should do. I'm gonna go back to searching here, and it should be in here really quick again, like before. Okay. Oh, look at that! Just in that time, I don't know if Mombasa's new, but Base Raven is or something like that, and it pushed them back a little bit. So there's Northern Lights, and there's Volcanic Scene, and there's River Scene. Cool. Let's see. Keep in mind, I added these blockers so you don't see floating rocks when you go around the corner. Well, yeah, I know. I mean, you'd have to put stuff underneath some floating rocks and finish up the terrain, I'm sure. But, like, and you said you use up 30% of your budget already, so, like, I mean, since it's not backdrop, it's part of the geometry of the map. That's perfectly fine for a map to be done like that, you know what I mean? If it was part of the backdrop, it might be a little bit more, you know, rough to do, but yeah. Man. Right now I look like Samus Aran a bit. Oop. Just about ran right off a cliff.
Kills to win. Then contact the authorities.
Man, that looks awesome. The little fireflies. It stretches off into the distance. Or at least appears to. I know that there's a limit to distance, so it's probably actually way closer than it appears. But you've got it angled just right to where like it ends right above the tree line. Let's see. Okay, how far can I go in this one? Not very far at all in that direction. I think that you've basically got us boxed in. Yeah. Thought so. Because I knew you probably didn't want us falling down there. But man... And those are actually trees, like billboarded trees. Did you make the trees flat like you did in that other one? So that they're like billboarded, or did you keep them 3D? Let's see. Okay, keep in mind, I added these blockers so you don't go, yeah. Well, that's the thing, it's not meant to be playable, lol, but people were begging for them. Yeah. I have a big team battle map based in New Mombasa that I really am excited to make. I honestly need to help with making roads more than anything. Can you script them to change colors in random patterns? They aren't flat trees, but there's over 3,200 in there. Wow. In this case, I'm not sure that you would need to make them flat, but anyway. By change colors, do you mean the Northern Lights? Script them to the Northern Lights to change colors? Because you could theoretically make a couple of different shades of Northern Lights up there that you would script to turn on and turn off. Can script them probably, yeah, but I haven't got a clue how to do that. Yeah. Or you could have them like fluctuating through each other. If you have these and you leave these stationary and you place some others that are like, you know, other shades of colors, and then you had them like slowly move through one another, like just have the other ones just slowly do this, like oscillating sort of, but you go real slow, then you could create, and you have them also candle flickering, like you have these going candle flickering, then you could theoretically have it like color shifting pretty naturally that way. And but that would be and that would be like yeah, that would be the one way to do that. That'd be amazing. It's already really amazing though. And it's funny because my graphics probably don't do this justice because I'm such a bad graphics card, but I want to see somebody who maxed out graphics making a short, you know, like a PC with absolutely maxed out graphics, doing a short video of this and posting it to what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? Twitter. That's the word I'm looking for. Where's my mouse? There it is. Sliding it around and it won't go. It won't come out. Okay. Oh, I was checking this notification over on Discord, and it was it's the notification that my stream has started. I was like, oh, that's just me. Okay. Now let's get into forging then. Those are. Should I? I mean, I already looked at your other ones though. Yeah. I already looked at your on stream, so that's cool. I'm not forging on this map. That is not what I'm doing. I'm forging on mine. Let's see. Bruh, I've had to do wizardry with a 2070 Super with i9 9900K just to get Halo to feel good. It's been so frustrating with stuttering and screen tearing. The volcanic one's inspired by Sullust and Mustafar. Yeah, that one's amazing. And we went in there and we looked at it, and then I did some stuff off on the side with you, if you recall. So yeah. Have you made any upgrades to that one since then? Like did you find new and better ways to do lava that like beat out everything anyone else was doing before, even better than what you were doing before? Because as you looked like you were. Oh yeah, lol, you did. Oh okay, man, I should have looked in that one then. Ugh. Oh. You're saying, oh yeah, we did go into that one. Yeah. Yeah, we looked at that one that other time on stream. Whenever it's still in work. Like in work in progress, kind of. But yeah. I see what you're saying. You're saying, oh yeah, as in like, yeah. So, okay. Okay, where were we? We were doing, we did these stairs, and we did, let's see, I need to make this smaller, just to fit inside of the thing, which is kind of going to change the block out a little bit. The other option is making this bigger, the hole bigger, but, oh, you know what? I think it's scaled to the floor up there. Well, I need to make, like, add, like, little lips, like a little, like, walkway going out that would connect to the elevator. Let's see, I'd rebuild that. The blocks are glitched. Okay, sounds good. Yeah. Because down here, I feel like this area is the right amount of size for this floor. So I feel like it's this area that needs to be, there needs to be something here. You know what might be cool? Let's see. What if I made it to where when this is active, floor, like when it reaches the floor you're on, like a little bridge sort of extends out to connect to it, and then like just to make a little cool like scripted thing. I mean, I probably shouldn't be blowing out the budget with like crazy scripts and stuff, but yeah. Let's see. Okay. I'd rebuild that. The blocks are glitched. Oh yeah, Duquesne also wanted these public so he can upload them to Forge Hun YouTube channel. Nice. Forge Hub YouTube channel. Got it. You can throw grenades through them. Lol. Wait, what? You can throw grenades through these? Like, which ones can you throw grenades through? Because that's crazy. By the way, there's a piece. Yes, in game. Oh, okay. Infinite Forges likes it, so I must be doing something right. Exactly. No, it's a fantastic job. I am gonna show you guys something that I'm going to use in a future map. Accents, Forerunner, which I won't be able to use in this one, I don't think. Well, maybe I could, but we'll see. This piece doesn't have any collision. It's a bug. And for now, and they're probably going to fix this. This should absolutely have collision. But for now, you can set this to Forerunner, or just set this to emissive, and you can make it a hologram. And so, because it's got an interesting shape, it could be used to make sort of triangles. It can be used to make rectangles. And in theory, you could even scale it to use these sort of like sloped areas on the outside to make circles if you like clip it into itself over and over again and make the make like a low poly sort of shape. So you could, in theory, that's not how you do it, but you know what I mean. You could theoretically make some really cool holographic you know, displays and stuff like that. So if you guys want to do that, and then eventually, whenever they fix it, your hologram's just going to become physical. That's the only, that will be, your map will get a bug that your hologram has collision, if you overutilize. So it's not even like, when they do fix it, it's not even going to be a problem that they've broken the fact that you are taking advantage of a glitch. So, like, as long as your map doesn't require that thing, it even, like, grenades go through and everything. So, as long as your map doesn't require the hologram to be, you know, a pass-through point, then, and it'll just, like, for example, if you make hologram, like, planets out of this thing, and, like a planetarium in the middle of the map or something, then, which you'll end up having, like, if you do make them, like, look like spheres, then all you're going to end up doing is making it to where, whenever they add collision back, people will be able to like climb on top of those planets, which would be a little weird. But if it's if it's a Forerunner, then they could be hard light holograms. You know, that's not a big deal. But anyway, Infinite Forge is like, okay, test it. Plus, it glitches when you clamber on the edge of it for some reason. Oh, for the this here. Oh no, yeah, I remember that thing. This, yes, I was seeing this in Forge whenever I was playing last. This one in here gets glitched and you end up teleporting back down here. Yeah, but these are fine. It works on the sides, but for some reason there's some weird nonsense going on here. But yeah, anyway, boy, is this that map you're arting for someone? Yes, it is. Sorry, I'm reading everything late. Oh, just saw description. Nice. Yes, this is the map I'm arting for Ripshade. We're collabing. And I really need to actually do something today, I'm sure, instead of just talking about Tears of the Kingdom and you know, other stuff. By the way, I really like these. The one thing I don't like is the texture being there, wrapping around weird. So I'm probably going to either find a way to utilize the way that you've got this with the lines, and make like a really thick, like, I mean, if that's going to be an Oni building, then this should be a really thick door that comes up and like really locks shut. But yeah. Scalable groups. I don't know. Here's my thinking. Scalable prefabs are something everybody wants, and they talked about how they wanted to add them, they had the intention of having in the game, and they just became a lot more complicated than they thought. If Forge gets popular, like if Forge maps are popular enough, which they're extremely popular, they are, in my opinion, like, the playlists that have the Forge maps in them are probably some of the most populated playlists. I don't know the numbers. I think they did release numbers at one point, and I saw that they, like, the community playlist was extremely popular. Why didn't that clamor? Okay. That was weird. Anyway, what I'm thinking is that, with it being extremely popular, I think that it's going to be very important to them to, you know, have it working. So, basically, yeah, I think that they're going to, to have the, they're going to want to push this. And because Unreal Engine Fortnite is competing with them, they're going to have to upgrade Forge. So I think they're going to dump a lot more resources into Forge next, like soon. Like, they probably already did. They renamed the Forge Lord. They put him in charge of the like social matchmaking playlists, and stuff like that. So they're pivoting control of the game to the Forge team, it seems like, a little bit. And I don't blame them. I mean, this is now the focus of the game entirely. What I'm predicting is that means that they're going to start working on things like this quality of life ideas that they were planning on doing already, that they didn't have the funding and the manpower to, like, you know, get it set up. So hopefully that's going to be the case. I look forward to it if it is, but I don't know though. I would love to see that. Okay, so I am chatting away. Maybe I should make this elevator work. So what you've got is actually, I think these blocks are. I think these are actually their default blocks, so I could actually animate this as they are now. If I rescale it and turn them into dynamic objects to where they can move, then I'm gonna have to, you know, they'll be smaller. Yeah. Anyway, they'll be locked into their size. I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. So I need to find objects that will match this shape, but be dynamic. And that's what I was saying, the thing about, like, putting maybe some bridges that will extend out to connect to it whenever you reach the different floors, because it would definitely it would go a long way in making it work pretty well. And then I could just script it to where whenever this block, or the replacement of it, enters an area, like a triggering area up here, then the bridges extend out, and then whenever it leaves that area, they go back in. Mr. Rebs just messaged me saying he's gonna make a video of these 4 scenes. Nice, that's awesome. Okay. Anyway, so let's start doing this, because if I rebuild it to be this size, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna have to rebuild it. Did you block this out like this just because you wanted the stripes, or were you did you want this size? Because now I'm thinking about what the best bet here is. I do like this shape. Like, I really like the shape of this elevator a lot. Okay, anyway, let's find some stuff. I could theoretically use some Forerunner half cover to make some of this. Because you can, like, it's gonna have some, like, interesting geometry if I do. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, no, it won't be the same on both sides. I forgot about that. I was thinking about this a second ago, as whether or not I was gonna use Forerunner or not. But I realized that it doesn't mirror, so... a mirror tool is also something I'm guessing they are in the works on. I have no actual clue, but I will say that this is what I keep on bringing up, is like this thing is different on each... Oh wait, no, not this one. What is this one? How do I find this? What is this? Oh, 400 angle cover. That could work. Why is everything coming out weird texture, by the way? This is unusual. Let's see. Where did that, cover half be? Okay, so this one is not mirrored. So, like, if you wanted to make a map that was mirrored, this would not work. They either have to add a mirrored version to the game, or they need to make a mirror tool. Since they didn't just copy the object, mirror it, and then put it into the game in the last, you know, several months, if we don't... In Season 4 is going to be whenever they finish up the Forerunner, you know, palette, they said, and release a bunch of stuff for the what do you call it? The Banished palette of objects. Just threw it together. Stripes don't matter. Okay, cool. And basically, what that means is that when it comes out, when Season 4 comes out, we're gonna see a clue as to whether or not they are currently working on the idea of a mirror tool for things like game objects like this, where it will actually make a mirrored copy. And the reason I believe that is because if they, quote-unquote, finish out the Forerunner palette, but don't include a mirrored version of this object, then that will tell us, I think definitively, that, hey, they're absolutely working on, behind the scenes, a general tool. Maybe you hit the X button, or maybe like one of these empty spots. They gave themselves lots of empty spots here. Maybe an empty spot here is gonna like just mirror, like boom, and it would just mirror the object. And if they did that, then what we would end up seeing is basically, like, if they're not planning on doing that, they will absolutely add in a mirrored version of each of these objects that's not mirrored, because it makes sense, and people have been talking about wanting a mirror tool or the ability to mirror some of these objects and complaining about the problem on Twitter and stuff like that, and all over the internet. So if they do add them, then that means no, we're giving up on that. We're just going to give you a mirrored copy of these objects. If they don't add them, and that means eventually their solution is going to come out, and that's something that they're working on behind the scenes. That's going to be a multiplier. I'll just say that. There's that word for some reason I can't seem to say. Anyway, I can't seem to say it on stream. I say it all the fun. Oh, you know, I'm fine at saying it, but for some reason I can't say it on stream. Okay, multiplicative. Is that the word I'm trying to say? Anyway, so if I did something like this, would this be a cool idea? Why is it not snapping to anything? Oh, because I've got this object over here selected. And I must have duplicated. No, what did I just do? Ah. What the heck? How did this get over here? I think I'm beginning to see what's bugged about this area and why it, like, glitches out. I think that some of these objects have a weird location, and I also think that my music just stopped and it got unusually quiet in here. There we go. Let's see. Okay. I wonder if that's not the only one. Like, if there are multiple objects over here whose coordinates... That fixed it. Hey, look at that. We fixed your bug. So that thing didn't exist there. It was somehow somewhere else. And it was bugging out because it was the collision... Probably the collision box for that was in 2 locations or some weird nonsense. Wait, never mind. It stopped. It started happening again. Was it that I was just slightly to the right? Hold on. No. Slightly to the left? Yeah, no. I have no idea what did that. It worked once. Y'all saw it. Anyway, okay. So I like this piece. It looks very Forerunner, but whenever you change your textures, it won't. It'll just be part of a larger whole. And we could... Let's see. And it mirrors. And it has lights on it, which will be also kind of cool. It's not a light object, but it has lights on it. That's a good place to snap to. But we need it thinner. And we need to go further back because it goes too far forward. Yeah, let's see. So it didn't solve your bug for some reason. Okay. I just wanted something other than just a block. Just for the fact that it's going to be moved. That's also dynamic. So if these two are more unique, and then we add in some stuff. Okay, I'm going to rebuild it down low, actually, so that I can, like, get the scale right. Let's see, I'd build it in the hole. Yeah, exactly. I was just thinking the same exact thing. It's like this is just not going to line up if I don't do that. Okay, let's see. Here we go. I like the idea of it having a very slight slope around the edges that makes it slightly stick up, you know? And if I can build into it, I'm going to put a little tiny groove for this to glide through, as if to say that this is part of the mechanical structure that sort of aligns the elevator as it moves up. Whenever it gets to a floor, it sort of locks in, and maybe there's a mechanical thing that sort of puts pegs into it and locks it in place so that it won't accidentally fall or something. Yeah, I don't know why that's bugged. Yeah, exactly. I have no idea, but maybe once we rebuild it, it'll fix. We'll just have to have that question mark there. Okay. So, until it's done, and then we will know. And this is going to make a cool, like, arrow, almost stripe going in whenever we put a regular block inside there, because, like, this... I didn't set those to dynamic. Oh, hey, this one is already dynamic. Look at that. Were you, did you do that? Oh, wait, let's go right. You can't do it more than one at a time. Okay. Dynamic, reset rotation. Okay, flip it over. Were you considering trying to turn it into a dynamic object at the time? Let's see. I was sad when Recharge came out because I had the elevator first, lol. Yeah. Recharge. Which one's Recharge again? For a second, I can't remember. Their snapping points aren't lined up whenever you flip it over. There's a lot of objects like that where the snap points are different on the left side of the object than on the right. Like they connected it to like a polygon that was in that curve, or I mean a vertex that was in that curve. But they selected one of them. They selected like up there, and one of them they selected over here, and then on you know on opposite sides. So it ended up making it like wrong. But yeah, let's see the one that has the whirlpool location. Oh, okay, yeah. With the spawn location. I gotcha. With that like spawn point in it. Let's see. Sorry, had to get some coffee. Okay. Like the spawn location is on the elevator, is what I'm trying to say. For some reason, I feel like I can't get words out right now, so I'm drinking coffee to see if that's the problem. Lack of sleep is probably the problem. Okay, so like we could, for example, do something like this and center it so that it's got one on the bottom and the top to make a very interesting looking shape. I think that if we cut this part and just slide these back and sort of inward, maybe we can put them inside of these to make it work. It also might work if we just... Would this actually be the right width? Oh, yeah. It looks like it would be. Let's see, dynamic already. Dynamic. What if we just put these inside of these other slightly more detailed Forerunner objects? Get rid of this one. And then we would have... Wow, yeah, look at that. The snapping is making it... One of these is like, did you see? I mean, y'all saw it. It was poking out of that one, but not that one, which means it's aligned. Which means these two are not aligned, even though they're snapped with the same, you know, snap point on each side. I believe they were. Maybe I was off. Nope, yeah, okay, so the thickness there is wrong. And I don't think it's the object out here that I'm snapping to. I'm pretty sure your grid lineup in this local area is correct. So I really don't think that's causing it. Okay, here we go. The one that has the whirlpool. See, I respawn all those blocks just because they act weird in game. Can you test them in play mode and see if bases go through them? Nades. Oh yeah. Which ones? The elevators? The elevator ones? Let's see. Like hold down the back button. Oh, right. I gotta go back into monitor mode before that actually does anything. Okay, I need to grab grenades. Where do the grenades spawn? Because I used them trying to test it earlier, so I don't have any grenades. Oh, no, it spawns me with new ones. That's right. Okay, we're good. I might grab this one, though. There we go. Okay, so yeah. Whoops. I hit my new object. So they appear to work whenever I've moved them. And these seem to work right now. But, yeah, it might only be in a custom game, actually. Custom game modes tend to break things extra. They break things even more than they normally than like a normal mode would. So, like, yeah. That could very well be the problem. Where that could be broken, but then it's not, you know what I mean, like, yeah, so you're saying to, yeah, customs, it does it, well, I don't know why. I do have a question, though. This one, with these blocks down here, you're saying that they're bugged and that's causing problems. Is it, when did you build the map? Because it could be that they were placed on an older version of the game. And, yeah, I guess, like you were saying, I could just place a new one. Let's see, Halo design sets, are these floor or walls? I forget. Yeah, floor angled, okay. let's see, floors, floor angled, standard, and we'll just snap them into position. And, oh, we need to make them dynamic, right? Static, dynamic, boom, okay. Oh, you know what? This rotated. This got a little bit messed up in its rotation. Okay. There we go. And then we can delete this. Nope, not duplicate it. Delete it. And then duplicate this, and then fix its rotation, because copying, you know, stuff. It would make sense if they were, you know how they're, okay, now you're talking about duplicating code, or duplicating prefabs. You know what would actually make sense as to why the, okay, you know how whenever you select an object and you duplicate it, and it will sometimes rotate. They might be fixing that, and that's one of the reasons why duplicating objects is breaking in new ways in the latest builds, and then having to be fixed again. They do this to dynamic objects since the beginning, so maybe they're trying to fix that, and that's what broke it earlier, and then they had to fix it. But here, my thinking is that if they're working on code, you'll see that code break other things. So if you end up seeing things like this, then it might be because, you know, right now we know this bug has been in the game since the beginning. But if you see a new bug like this, where whenever you copy something weird happens, then that's probably either them trying to fix a bug that's already in the game or trying to make new code. So you can kind of almost like watch how they're working on the game. And it won't be an accurate, you know, assessment, but it might help. It might work. Yeah, customs, it does, well, I don't know why, yeah, in the custom games, I built this map very close to when the game came out and just slowly added to it over time. Nice. So these could literally be from, like, launch, or, well, not those, but the ones that were bugging out, could have potentially been placed around, like, launch time, because that would be crazy, but cool. Okay, so the cool thing about the elevator in the back is that we can clip it into the wall and it won't be a problem. Unless we want you to be able to go inside of the Oni building and whenever we, you know, extend the map into Big Team Battle. So right now, the Oni building could just be a means of accessing this area, which we can, by the way, I think you can target kill zones in with scripts. So we could actually raise this up and lower it very easily, based on, you know, with the scripting whenever we switch to Big Team Battle mode. But anyway, if this was just a balcony, it would still be very effective at being used to like lock down the area down there, like as like a foil to this balcony. Except this balcony is more cut off, so until this one's active, then the middle area is a lot harder to lock down, right, from above. But whenever this becomes active, it would be extremely cool. That also means we have to art the top of these roofs or extend them, you know, up. Because the way that they look, you know, if you can see the top of them, then we're going to need to be able to, it needs to look good. So we'll definitely have to do that. But I think, okay, we need to build, so now I need to ask you, what do you think, Ripshade? Do you want us to be able to go inside the Oni building whenever it goes to Big Team Battle? Or do you think that we should make keep the Oni building as like a looming impregnable tower that just has the elevator and like this balcony on the outside of it? Because that would be cool. Either one would be cool. I just think that we have to come up with that now because I'm about to place a block back there, and if we, for example, like I was talking about having that be like a motorized system and putting doorways around it, and that's why they would centralize it instead of maybe having it in the sides with columns, so it'd be more sturdy, or also maybe you know, cables lifting it or whatever, like a traditional elevator. And so putting doors there and there, like up here, would be like, you know, a pretty cool concept there. But if we put doors there and we have them open, then I can't put something that clips into the wall because then it would look bad. So I'm kind of just mumbling until I hear you, until I see you reply. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Okay, we've got the underground area. Let's see. I thought the roofs would be cool if you could go through the top. There was the idea of like circular, like octagonal glass on the top, like a dome. And yes, going in the building would be cool, IMO. Yeah, I think it would be too. It also would be kind of cool if like you walk in there and there's something really strange, something that really grabs your attention, you know what I mean? We could theoretically try to make the barracks actually link onto the roof of this and be able to come over here and like shoot down like a balcony for like a little like terrace kind of balcony, and have the barracks be out here and loop up and come out in the big team battle version. But we've got a lot of ideas that are expanding in a lot of different directions, and looping back in like that would reutilize the same terrain that we've already established, so it would reduce the number of game objects we need to do to accomplish that goal. So I think that's a good one. And also it would be interesting because it would make an area across from here, like this area would not just be a lockdown down there, but it'd be able to shoot across to there, and this one would be able to shoot across to there. So like you'd have these high zones. So we would be adding an underground and an upper tower like layer at the same time with the big team battle, and even an outdoor. So yeah, that would be like whenever you're going out to full-blown 24 players. Whenever you go to like 16 players, we may not open that up yet. In which case we could even have the elevator like not go up to the top floor in 16 players. It could just go to like this one and then go down into the basement. But then whenever you get to 24 players, the roofs open up too. I think that'd be pretty cool. So if you can go inside the building, I could just put the doors over here. And actually that might be more interesting than putting them here. And then just make the wall really thick, and then you wouldn't be able to see the object that's poking through. Instead of doing the idea of the... Yeah, actually kind of like that more, because then you come up the elevator, and then you have to sort of become exposed for half a second before you can go inside the Oni building, and then we could put a power weapon in there. So yeah, can we add an airlock button that could remove people from the top, that would shoot them out vents from the top of the base? Lol. Yeah, and we could actually script it so that gravity gets turned off up there. Like players who go above a certain threshold, like maybe as soon as they enter this area, their gravity turns off. It gets really low, and then they fall. And then like whenever they go back into the map, we turn gravity back up. We crank it back up to normal, and then to imply that it's on a very small asteroid and they have to create artificial gravity to make the building work the way it does, like a normal structure. And we could even make it to where you can drive outside the boundary, but like gravity turns off, and maybe we could just like make you float. We could just sort of like launch you out into space and give you a soft kill zone, and you're just gonna die if you keep going that way. So like we could theoretically just like turn off gravity and like sort of launch you just very gently out into space. And I feel like that would be hilarious. But yeah. Yes, exactly. Okay, we'll do that. It's like, I'll even put out pylons out there that are like, yeah, this is the artificial gravity zone. Don't leave this area. This is the safe zone for the UNSC to use, right? And then like you just float. Like if you're in a warthog, even like we had vehicles down below and then ramps coming up to the outdoors and like stuff like that, then like, or well, they'd probably be up high and be able to drive down below. But anyway, if we do that, then like, yeah, the warthog would just be driving and just go boom and just float out into space. That'd be hilarious. Anyway, okay, it'd be our version of the mines that shoot up and explode, and the turrets on the outer edge and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, okay. So I think I like mechanically, as far as blockouts are concerned, I think I prefer the idea of putting the doors out here and not in the middle where at the elevator. We could theoretically still put windows right here, and that would be interesting. Because only at the top floor, because the elevator will be going into the floor of the wall, right? It won't be going in through the whole wall because the elevator's at ground level. So actually, we could theoretically put doors there, and only at the top floor, even if it's clipping through. Okay, let's just do that. Yeah, let me find something that's good, that I like a lot, that'll look good for this elevator. If anybody has any really good suggestions for like a good rectangular, nice shape, that would be great. I'm gonna go through UNSC and find, I think, actually doors. I want to check the doors. I think doors would look good. Let's go to structures and go there first, then we'll go up to the UNSC section, because like this is a really cool shape. Oh, it's got dents and holes in it. Wow. Is there a damaged side and a non-damaged side, or is that on both sides? Okay, yeah, they're both damaged. I don't know if I want to do that on Oni building. Oni buildings wouldn't have that. Let's see, I think it would be cool to have players in the base be able to get rid of people on the top of the other team. Or on top, if the other team is sitting up there. Or maybe timed gusts of wind that shoot you out off the top. Well, that would be kind of cool. We could also, you know, use that same script. We can use that script twice, because what we can do is we can also use that script to launch people whenever, like if people are up there and we go from like 24 players down to like more of the 16 player count because some people quit. We can just yeet them, you know. We can just reuse the same script and just yeet the people who are there right out of the map. It'll be great. Let's see. Okay, I lost my door. I was right on one. This one's pretty good. I've noticed that there are doors in the maps that got released in the newest build that did this, the whole sand thing. And I'm not sure what's going on with that, but it's some kind of recent bug for sure. Let's see. Let's line that up that way, and then grab it and drag it in this way. And then line it up with those, like extra added lips there. And see how that looks as far as like elevator is concerned. Yeah, I am liking that. I think that either I could restructure by pulling these in, or I could theoretically, you know, put a strip of extra, you know, style on the edge with some kind of object. I didn't set this to dynamic, so it's going to rotate, and I'm going to have to reset it. Oh, I should have done the smart thing. You know what the smart thing there would have been? Duplicate it and set the duplicate to dynamic, and then and then snap it to the original so that I don't have to realign it. I would already have the alignment done. That would have been the smart thing to do there. Also, it appears to have not snapped to the height that I had it at before. Okay. It looks good, but then the texture of it kind of doesn't... I don't get the full effect. I feel like I should see more of these back portions. What I might do is potentially deepen it by bringing the wall back just a tad, just to make room, or slide it this way a tad, but I think that maybe this is... I mean, this is pretty okay. You know what actually would also work? Oh, actually, no, it wouldn't. This is actually touching right at the slope. It's kind of perfect right there. Okay, yeah. I think it'd be cool to have players in the base be able to get rid of people. Okay, yeah, okay. I was just trying to make sure that wasn't a new message. Okay. Yeah, so I think this looks pretty good. It did just occur to me that I've put this here and there's like things that are different across it. So I don't know if that is the best bet. I think it looks kind of cool, and I think people won't really notice that too much. Let me see if it's on both sides. I think it is. I'm pretty sure it's a mirrored object. Yes. Yes, it is. So the other option being that it's this direction, and then I could hide it back behind in the wall, and then there's only one thing that's wrong. Oh, wait. I actually can pick a different top versus bottom, I think. Yeah. I kind of like this one because I think that's going to have a separate texture, and I could put a yellow strip there to be like, yeah, this is where you stand, you know, the safe zone. But I need to set these textures first. Oh, okay, hold on a minute. What are these variations? I didn't know there were variants of this door. There's a wider one. That's a really big one. Okay, so there's a wider one. There's a huge one. And then there's an even huger one. Man, this is like if you want to put a door that's as big as the doors in like ODST between the sections of city. This is the size right here. It doesn't split into the different pieces like the ones from ODST, so I wouldn't necessarily use this for an actual ODST door. But this will be good for like a hangar bay if you want to like have vehicles fly out. Maybe decorate it with some additional parts. But anyway. Okay. I realized, by the way, the reason I haven't deleted these, I realized by taking those down, I was losing my height. I need to be able to bring this up to the correct height. and everything like that. I didn't even know that they had variant pieces. Yeah, they do for some objects. I just didn't know they had them for doors. Which, you know what that means? Let's try the other doors too. That might work. I like this door a lot. I feel like it looks like a good, the downside is it kind of implies either a hinge there. I kind of think that's a hinge. But it might imply that it slides open on those rails. Which, if you wanted this door to actually open with a script, it would just go, you know, you'd have to make the whole thing move. It feels like a door frame and a door at the same time. So it's kind of like just a visual only door, or it's just going to feel weird whenever you actually animate it. Yeah, look at that. There's your door lock. That's like where the two, like, they actually like latch together, you know what I mean? So like, yeah, this door feels very static. And this is its actual door frame that it would go around, that would go around it, but I kind of wish that they had things like this where this would actually animate the same way they have the Forerunner door that you can animate. It's called vehicle door. How is this a vehicle door? Like part of a ship door? Because that would make more sense, but it's like, what the heck? If you make it dynamic, it becomes this tall. And then it's got, ooh, that looks nice. That's really tall. Saying that made me think of Spider-Man Enter the Spider-Verse with the, ooh, she's really tall. Whenever he very first starts getting his powers. Anyway, this looks really cool. I think that those pipes being on the underside, I think, would be especially cool. This feels better than the one I have in there. Oh, it's not as wide. So I definitely have to, like, detail it differently. Okay, I can place this back because I now have a snapping point. So if I feel like doing that, I can. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, I really like this. It's actually like mirrored left to right, so it doesn't feel different. Its area in the middle is lower, so it feels like this is the maybe you don't walk that far to the edge kind of area. And we would just put strips of something cool on the sides. Ooh, maybe a door frame. So as far as like actually using this, yeah, that looks nice. Yeah, exactly. As far as actually using this for a door, like I was saying, it would feel really static. But as an arted panel, that looks great. Let's turn this to dynamic and see what sizes they have. Cool. They have sizes that fit the door. And this might be a good frame. Let's see. To go around the door, I don't know why they put the snap point on the outside when you'd probably want to snap these together. I'll just not snap it for now. That doesn't really fill in my sides. I was kind of hoping that would fill in my sides, but it doesn't really do much for me. So I think another door frame we could try to see if it'll go around the outside and be really thick. But like this one maybe. But we could just go find some other object that'll go out there. Ooh, these are really thick on the outside. Maybe this one will have a good size. Dynamic. This one does not scale. That's unusual compared to the other one. Snap that there. It does fill it out pretty nicely, and I do kind of like it. But it doesn't really fill it out all the way. And it's too short. There's too much of a gap. I could just put a giant block inside like this and actually be able to color it like a maybe even find something that's got texture that'll like color like a I mean, I've got these already, so these will actually fill it out anyway. Yeah, I could do that. And then I could like texture these to look like some kind of like caution tape or something if I can find a good texture for it. Or something to that effect. Which means I could just snap it to there. And then I've got... It's almost close enough. I think that would be dangerous. I think what I'd probably either have to do is bring this tighter. And then whenever it comes up here, do the bridge that extends across to it. Because I was thinking about doing that anyway. and then which would make a little bit more room around the outside. But yeah, which I kind of like the way it is. Should that elevator go down to the tunnel below? I think so, absolutely. I think it should go down to the that's this. On this side, there's access to tunnels with that elevator, and on each side over here, there's going to be those ramps, and then there's going to be an access to underground outside the base that goes down into the storage facility. Maybe in the barracks or something, but I was thinking like from the helipad or something, like a landing pad out there, and then that would be that'd be pretty cool. I think we want a regular block like this. Like a floor piece. That would be dynamic. Oh, this one can't be scaled differently. Huh. Is it the same thing? Yeah, okay. Well, I guess we gotta go to the, what do you call it? The primitives and find a block. And the UNSC block would be perfect. Because it has texture on it. It's not gonna be a lot of texture once it gets larger. I kind of hate that about the block. Because it extends so much that it's like, this is, oh no, we're gonna have to use the regular one, right? We do the regular primitive block because it's the only one that has like a million different sizes, where you can go to like, no, like 30 or something like that, different sizes. Don't want to overinflate its ego, you know what I mean? Okay, let's see. This one is extra long. Let's see how wide this is. Is it too wide for the elevator? That's the question. No, it's exactly as wide as the elevator parts we already have there. So we could fill out the back of the elevator with this by snapping it there. And then either put strips along the sides, which we could still do, and I think would be pretty good. Maybe something akin to one of these. Ooh, these are good though. I like these. And it would actually imply potentially, like this one, it might imply that it could fold up and fold down. Let's make this one dynamic. If it's got sort of like hinge looking parts in it, it might imply that this thing can fold up and down. Let's see how big it is compared to our elevator. Ooh, it's getting a little too wide. Okay, it doesn't go to different sizes, and it's very wide. It would be like that. Oof. Yeah, I don't know about this piece. Shown off and used. I'm not sure what you were talking about specifically just now, but yeah, because there was a time delay between probably when you meant to say it, whenever I got to see it, or whatever. But yes. Okay, so this would work back here. Oh, that would be cool. Okay, we're not going to go to that block. We're going to do this. We're going to line that up there, right? It looks nice. And that, like, that way that it's got that gap there is going to mean that whatever we put here as a block, right, is going to look really nice. Does the response before that show? Oh, maybe we could put, oh yes, now I see it. My bad. I thought that, never mind. Anyway, should the elevator go down to the, yeah, okay. Oh, maybe we could put Oni testing rooms underneath, like lots of medical rooms with windows and weird experiments happening underground in caves. Maybe have the materials they're harvesting being shown off and used. Ooh. What if there was flood in this structure, and you're saying there's medical stuff going on down there, and it looks like medical rooms, but then in the far corner you see a tank that looks like an infection form inside. Like we use the, that submarine or tank, or cryo tank or whatever it's called, and we just put a little infection form in there. Like they're infecting people and then killing and incinerating. And we put a little incinerator in the corner as well. Yeah. Maybe that's why the UNSC was like, yeah, I'm putting a barracks on both sides so I can kill whatever comes out of that Oni facility. Like we were talking about earlier, or like I was talking about before, like, yeah, they don't trust Oni, so they placed a barracks on both sides to face Oni, and then they've stationed Spartans here and stuff. But now I'm thinking, they don't trust what Oni's doing and what might come out of that Oni building if things go wrong. You know what I mean? That would be cool. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Let's do it. Let's see now. I am... Let's see, would explain the heavy forces there. Lol, exactly. Exactly. Okay, so this is going to be weird and maybe not what we want to do. Because I like that central block being the means that it goes up and down. But I just looked at this and wanted to see if it's any good. And if it is, then we will I think we should consider it. But if it's not, then you know, whatever. Okay, so this can fit into this groove, right? Rather nicely. And then whenever we put a block in here, it'll sort of like be going through this hole in the thing, maybe more like here. And it'll be riding up and down, and this can be static and scalable, so we can make it line up really nicely with these grooves. And then we could still put our central block, because that's important for the height advantage that I was pointing out whenever we were talking about it before. It makes the block out of the map cool. But then these would be on the sides, so they'd line up with these columns, so I don't think they would create too much. They wouldn't really break up your block out too much. In fact, I don't think they would affect it pretty much at all, except for that you could maybe hide between them in that column up there. But it kind of just adds a little bit of a thing here where it's harder to walk off. But the main thing is that we could still keep this here as a motorized looking system here in the middle, and then have it like this raises up and down, and these are just the rails that it rides on. Central block could be the motor while the sides are rails. Yeah, exactly. That slides on you, and I said the exact same thing. I just, right at the same time. And then, yeah, and then so we could make it, and I'd basically just stretch it like a lot, like all the way up until it's like barely recognizable with the shape of the top, and we'd have to, probably when we put it above our heads so that players can't see too closely how stretched out it is up here, because if they're just looking up at it like this, it's not a big deal. It just looks like mechanical stuff. But if they were like walking up to it, they'd be like, man, these textures are getting stretched. Also, I have no idea why everything's spawning in black. It doesn't make any sense. But also I could probably shrink it a bit and just raise it, because basement level is probably going to be around here. I don't know where the floor is actually going to be. Where is the ground level of your map, by the way? Are we up in the air enough? Okay, so that's ground level. Yeah, good. We've got plenty of space. Cool. We have plenty of space. We will need to grab everything in the map and move and slide it up into the air. Okay, so yeah, this is where we can bring this up a bit and then scale it back down vertically to make sure it doesn't stretch out too much. These panels are really in my way. Okay, this way. Actually, we can go to there, I think, and then bring it up to there. And then down here. Yeah, that's perfect. Cool. All right. So, and then I'll duplicate that and put it on the other side, because I think, unfortunately, that each side is a little bit different in its design. It's one of those non-mirrored objects, but I could be wrong. I am wrong. They are identical. Good. Perfect. Fantastic. Let's slide that over to roughly around there, and then I'll make it perfect in a second. Yeah, I tried to make it pretty close to the center on all axes. Nice. So you're like, yeah, because you're in space, you want to float it. That makes perfect sense. Okay. There's one map that just came out. I think it's that one that I bookmarked earlier that had the that looked like campaign, like a campaign map. And what they did was they went to Myers and went all the way down to the ground so they could use the water that was on the map. So that's like one of the only times where I'm thinking ground level is the best, because a lot of times you want like falling pits and stuff like that in your map. So we still need to fill in this, but that won't be too hard. We just need to find something that will easily fit. And I think that that's going to require us to go. Yeah, I think that we're going to have to go with Well, maybe a column. Column might work. And then we could maybe put a sort of like... Well, it can't mess it up for the floor level. Like, whenever it raises up this floor, it needs to be perfectly flat. So whatever it is, we don't want it to protrude too much. Columns have different scales, though. So if we set it to dynamic and we reset it, because I rotated it, but then I need to reset it immediately. And we snap to there, then we could see what kind of sizes this thing has, because I think they're all too big, but they're worth a shot. Yeah, this is... Oh my gosh. There. This is probably the one we would have to go with if we were going to use this column, and I think it's not. It's no good. Unless we clip it in. That might work. It's not bad. We could put another, like... On each floor, I could put, like, an artistic thing that goes between these 2 points to be that clamp I was talking about. Yeah, that might work. Let's see if this is, as far as walking is concerned, if it'll go. Yeah, that's pretty flat. I think we might do this. It's creating a pretty big gap there, but we can fix that by grabbing this and sliding it that way. Maybe that's a good snap point. Let's see. Oh, you said something. Yeah, I tried to make it pretty close to the center on all axes. Cracks aren't bad because then it gives a sense of depth too. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. If that is parked there, then it doesn't clip through over here, and this gap here will allow us to, I can put like something going into that and make it look like it's mechanical. Like on each floor, have a little jut out, and it'll make it look like it goes through that, which will be cool. Ooh, music just turned off. It felt very abrupt. Okay, let's see. Yes, I am still listening. This is Finale from ODST, and then it's going to get into Spartan Assault music. I used to put it on shuffle, and I just haven't been doing that. I think I'm going to do that. And loop, so it plays everything. There we go. Okay. So now that we have that, let's redo the textures on these, because them looking like sand is really annoying me. I think we want to go... Is it even allowing me to change it? Oh dear lord. Okay. No, that's not working either. Okay, doors might be broken right now. There appears to be a layer of sand on the door. Wait, is it the... Hold on. It might be the dirt layer. The grime layer. No. I don't know what's going on. Does anybody have a solution for this yet? Okay, that's starting to change color. Okay. Do you have a play button on your keyboard? I do. I could just hit play without having it go away to my other thing whenever the music stops. You're right. That is a good point. Yeah, this is not actually changing the texture to anything. I don't think. Concrete wall. Oh, wait, that could be concrete. Hold on. Galvanized metal. No, there's... The textures on these are definitely broken right now. Wait, never mind. Here we go. Grading. Look at that. That shut up. I don't want grading there. I might want grading in the middle, but not there. If I go down to UNSC... UNSC... Metal grading. What'll that do? That's not bad. Well, maybe over here. It's all like stretched and weird and warped. Okay. Yep, I think we've got to do like a solid color on these. Well, that works. That works fine. I mean, it's going to be a little bit warped too, but you can't really see it. Like if one is warped, they're all going to be warped. But this color, that looks nice. I don't think I want metal grading in the middle, necessarily. You know what I want? I want rubber. I think I want rubber in the middle. You know? Put some, like, if the arrows are pointing this direction, whenever we go to the rubber with the arrows, then that'll be perfect. Rubber grip arrow. That did not change. Okay. Tech suit. Oh wait, is this those side panels? Oh, okay. Then what's in the middle there? Hold on, I'm confused. I'm confused as to what that middle part is. That actually looks really cool here. I kind of like this. Didn't expect that to happen, but I like it. Okay, what's going on with this? What is this middle panel? It's not this, is it? Because it didn't change whenever I changed that. Okay, this doesn't make any sense. Nothing about this makes sense. Let's go to color intensity 0, bring it back to the gray. It's not inheriting the texture color from any of these. And let's see. Color spread is at 0. Maybe if I bring up color spread, it'll fix it. Let's go to 4 color spread and then go back to 0 and see if that will reset the... No. So this door is just going to be gray for now. Looks cool though. Haha, yeah, exactly. I think it'll be fine. It's just gray right now. I think that these areas I'd rather have metal and then have this have the rubber grip. But I'm not sure why this is these straight lines in the first place. Because I could have sworn that this changed it, and now it's not changing it at all. Rubber cracked. Let's see. But whatever. I guess this is that's what we're doing. Let's see. And the colors we'll have to adjust later. These two will actually raise up to be more flat with the rest. Best map in Halo. What's best map in Halo? Are you saying this map is the best map in Halo, or are you talking about the music? Because I don't. Because yeah, this is a really cool map, and I could definitely see it. This map, yeah. Let's see if we can win a contest with it. Let's see if we can do that. That'd be cool. You know what? This kind of almost looks. Let's see, concrete panels. You know, what would make it look like stripes. Wait, what is this? I saw tape. Where is it? Tape? Duct tape? Weird. Get this in matchmaking. I agree. I think this would be amazing. Let's see. We should actually make sure we follow all of those guidelines to get it into matchmaking and stuff. Okay, what I really am looking for, I'm sitting here like just going through each one, but I'm really looking for something kind of specific. That would be very cool. Both, yeah. Metal corrugated might put straight lines in it. Okay, that didn't change the texture. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. Not this one. This is not the corrugated I wanted. Metal. Is it UNSC metal corrugated? I think that might be it. Metal siding, maybe? We'll put sort of stripes in it. Let's get the dirt layer off for a second so we can see this. And oh, let's change it to yellow. If we can, this might look like caution tape once I put some, it's got shininess on. Off. Kind of has a caution tape vibe to it. This one is rotated better. I like that one more, so I think I've got to flip this over. Yeah, and flip it this way. Apparently I had them rotated differently from one another. And now the tape is going this direction. They kind of have it, but it's not as pronounced as I would like. So if we can get another version that looks more pronounced. Let's see. Get Waterworks and matchmaking. Agreed. I agree with that one too, because I would like to see that as a big team battle map. Let's see. Let's both become majestic 343 unicorns. Nice. Yes, I agree. Wait, can I edit something so I can get a unicorn? Well, if so, here's the thing about that. If we get into matchmaking, all you need to do is get recommended to get the unicorn. So technically, I actually already have it, and it turns out that I did get it. I thought that I didn't, and Aaron asked me off stream, "Hey, did you get it now?" Because I got it, you know, or because he had gotten it, and I looked back, and apparently I do have it for Waterworks getting recommended. But the interesting thing is that whenever it goes to what was I going to say? Whenever we get, if we get into a matchmaking playlist, then what you get is this special armor coating and visor coating that look like a 343 Guilty Spark shininess. It's actually based on one of the Forerunner armors, but it looks exactly like 343 Guilty Spark. So yeah. But yeah. Let's see. Paint, camo, splinter, camo, tiger. So, what might work is a... What are these? And why do they look just solid? I was hoping to see like a... one that's maybe striped, but I think the UNSC corrugated might be the one that we want to go with. Paint stripe medium? Oh right, they do have paint stripes. Why is it not changing to the paint stripe though? Maybe I have to do no color. Because the color is like overriding. No, it's just not loading any other textures on them. It has decided that these are the textures. Okay, paint thick? No. Perforated grating? Oh, that looks cool. That kind of looks like a rubbery kind of... That looks kind of like a grip. We are still not centered between these two slopes. That's kind of annoying. Let's see. I hope Waterworks gets in, man. That's one of my favorite maps ever. Yeah, I agree. That's why I wanted to remake it. Is because I think that it would be a really good one, especially in Infinite Sandbox and gameplay. I suspect it specifically look like Halo 2, because I went out of my way to make all the geometry look like Halo 2, and then I'm gonna make the upgraded version where it doesn't look like Halo 2, and you know they don't know that, so. But like its overall rating right now is a 4-star instead of used to be 5 stars, and I was like, yeah, people like it, and now I'm like, oh man, some people hate it, but 4 stars is not hate. It also only has like 40 votes or something like that, so it is possible that like 2 people voted it 1 star because they just hate the map, and then in which case that would also make sense. But you know, I need to turn off magnets and try that again. There we go. So if this were black or yellow, that would be kind of cool looking. And that might be the way to go. Instead of caution tape, we go like this sort of grip. But let's see. Any map from Halo 2 is better than any Halo Infinite map, lol. Oh, I mean, I don't know. I really like some of them. But thinking back to the Halo 2 maps, and you might be right. Just because they were so good. I might agree with you on that. Okay, that's way too dark, and also I need to get rid of this grime layer because they're like, it's putting that dirt in the middle. Or not the grime layer, the scratch layer. Whoops. Okay, here we go. But yeah, no, you're probably right. 0.2 on my scratches. Let's see how that looks. I don't want it to look like 2 divided panels, so I think I need to put the scratches at 0 on this. And then let the dirt look like scratches, so I can set the dirt to not dirt but metal. Which would be more like foil insulation. That would look, no, not foil insulation. Let's do let's see. Halo 2 maps had the best maps for every Halo mode. 2. Oh, that's true. They did have really good mode, like the layout of everything. If the maps had teleports, it would make the flow better, but they don't. Well, besides backwash. No, I agree. Actually, I wish teleports were in the game. More teleports were in this game, and that's one of the reasons why I'm putting them in my maps. I guess so far, because I just did Waterworks, and then I'm making that one with Clan, and then we've got this one going. This one doesn't have teleports yet, but the other 2 do have teleports, so it's gonna be pretty interesting. That both of those do. Metal base metallic. Let's do that. Let's see, grime amount. There we go. That kind of looks like Nah, it doesn't really look like scratching enough. So if I reduce it though, it'll be like little scratches here and there. That would look better. Okay, this is creating a... Is this creating a bump in the walkway? Yeah, it kind of is. Might need to adjust something. Or I can put glass there, actually. Yeah. And it might look kind of cool to do that. Let's put some glass there. Okay. Glass. Let's see. If we make it slightly visible, it might be cool to, like, add that to the metal. Let's see. So it can't be over here because it's gonna... That's the problem, is that it needs to be more like this. Then that's too far over there. Oh, wait. Where are we snapped to right now? Yeah, no, we're snapped to something useful. It's just that it pokes out too far over here. Okay. I'm curious to see how terrain and how the Big Team Battle versions will look. Very excited. Yeah, I agree too. Because talking about all that stuff is making me excited too, and then I'm like, I'm still working on this area, and I want to work on this area, but I also want to build map, you know what I mean? Like this area, this stuff is so inspiring to work over here and to work over there that I'm like, I want to do all of this stuff at one time. If only I could duplicate myself. Okay, so that should make it... Okay. Oh, I think the problem is the door frame. The door frame is actually just a tad too high because its collision box is wider than the rest. Okay, it is not the door that's the problem. It's the door frame that's the problem. I thought the gap between them was the issue, but now I'm realizing that it's actually the door frame is having some kind of crisis. There we go, in which case we won't need glass, which is good because the glass was looking like it wasn't going to work out too well anyway. Hopefully we don't need glass, let's see. Yeah, there's a slight bump there, but nothing worth mentioning. I think that you're going to be, you know, it won't affect your ability to shoot. And that's the important thing. Or run around, or avoid getting shot at, you know? So I think that's perfect. Save. Good point. Excellent point. Okay. That is one of the best things about streaming the map. Like playing Halo. Or playing Forge. Is people coming into stream and reminding you to save. It's like... It seems so silly, and it's like such a small thing, but it's really not. It's like, oh man, you probably just saved me from a bug or something. Okay, so by putting that to orange, did that get that inner frame part, or what are we doing here? I want to get... I'm also considering possibly putting an emissive on one of these if it's like little dots somewhere, or like a little square, to where it could be like a light. But it would have to be a very specifically... Aha, there it is. Ah, I see. Now, that's one of the reasons I can't identify them, is because it is forced on. Or is source value, rather. Oh, no. I gotta go out and come back in and do this. There we go. Okay, so... It's got the yellow there. I was hoping to maybe get that lip, but unfortunately it doesn't appear to apply there. So I know there is an inner lip there that would turn orange, but yeah. How about 343 creates autosave timers? Yeah, I think you can actually set it to... Can you set it to do that? To autosave over every now and then? Or am I crazy? I feel like there was someone talking about doing that they should do that or something. But yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool. I know that these railing pieces are supposed to keep you from falling through, so this would be the interior of it, but I might turn these around so that it doesn't lean out over the elevator while it moves up and down and clip through, you know? And also these columns might need to come in a bit, but we'll see. I want to set their textures right now, though. Let's see. Which area is this? Is this that gray? Yeah, I think that's that part. Let's see. Is it possible to create cave entrances that can be destroyed, like the stalactites on Waterworks on this map, or does that take too much to do? That would be possible. It might take a bit of budget, so if we're gonna do that, we should put it off till like later. If we have some natural cave down below connected to the storage units, it might also be cool to make it to where it's like, rather than being like a cave opening you can blow open, what if it was something like you could cause a cave in to block off an area, but you have to like shoot it with a like a rocket launcher, like you have to use an actual rocket on that piece of rock to break it, or something like that. That way we can limit how much, that way we could make it require a bunch of damage and a resource, like you actually have to decide to close that door off, you know. But also, no, that would be cool. I like that. I think that we should put that off just because we're talking about so much expansion and we haven't arted it yet. Just, we're only at 22% simulation memory, so we probably can do that. I'm just saying that we should put that on the want to have, not need to have, just as a warning to ourselves that we might run out of budget. But that does sound awesome. I think that's a great idea. Either a area you can blow open or an area you can blow closed would be amazing. Either of those would be great. So that is a great idea. I like that a lot. I think this trim could be an orange spot. Let's see where that is. No, it can't. That is this part. Okay, I want that to be like black or something, or dark gray. This is the Oni building. Maybe I should be using more blacks instead of just grays, you know? Where in the world then is that? This one? Okay. No, that's supposedly this edge. That could definitely be orange. I think this could be, I said that very, very country. I think that would be a good orange because it would be like a warning tape. The question is, where's this? Okay, so that is in the middle there. Okay, what are you saying? You should create buttons switch to lock down the base for capture the flag, like how Halo 3 did it for some maps. That would be really cool. Like if it starts off like locked off and you press a button and like close, and it like you have to, and it opens it permanently for the rest of the map, like in Halo 2. And then we could theoretically also go a route where we could where like you could reseal it. Would that be like the exterior doors, like to the outside of the map, maybe? Okay, so that is finally not shiny, so I can see what's happening. We're gonna go with this color, gray. And we're just gonna leave it like that for now because, like I was saying, oh, actually, you know what? We can not just leave it like that. I got a better idea than just leaving it like that. We can actually turn this from metal scratch to metal diamond plate to match the other area. Did it just not change? Oh, it is there. Okay, cool. It's just much smaller diamond plating than that. Oh, it's not the same. It's diamond plate. That is not the, what just happened? Oh, I'm up there. Okay. The other one I think is UNSC something. UNSC, metal dark galvanized, metal grating. Metal grating 2? That's it, metal grating 2. So kind of unify that metal that we used, in which case I probably want it to be the same color, gray then. So, and making it a lighter gray would make it pop inside of all that black anyway, so let's do that. I don't know which white I used, but the other one wasn't rendering correctly anyway, so it probably won't be easy to match up just by going and looking. So I'm just going to match it up by, you know, sight. Must be the next one over. That looks right. Okay, so what are you saying? I loved Halo 4's dynamic elements, especially like shooting the objects on a wall to electrocute the enemies on the other side of the map. I agree too. I liked that a lot. What if we made it to where... Actually, yeah. What if the dynamic objects is both of those ideas combined? What if we made it like... Okay. What if we made it to where there are panels on the wall that when you shoot will cause the doors to close, right? Star Wars style. But then if you go up to it and you do like a wall hack on it with your AI or whatever, you can repair the panel and make the door reopen. So we could do it to where you could sort of switch back and forth, and then we would just basically shut them and turn that off whenever we've got too few players, and that would be how you close that off. And that would also make it to where one bullet from your pistol would still make sense to break the panel. And also we could theoretically do something where there's a panel in security where you can activate that will repair all of them on your side of the map to make all the doors open up. And security would be accessible to the enemy as well. So if the enemy gets in here and they decide to activate it, they can actually open all the doors up, and it's like they're remote operating it, so you don't need that local panel to be repaired. And maybe whenever you do that, whenever you activate the security door one, it'll open them up and tell them to stay open for like 30 seconds to a minute, where they will not close even if the panels are broken. And then once that security timer wears off, everything closes up again. Can you change how long it takes to open or close with the AI? That would be cool as fuck, lol. Okay, what do you mean? How long it takes to open or close the doors? Oh, hacking. Hacking. I know what you're talking about now. Like the loot caves. The door. Yeah. I can do that. I think you can do that. I'm pretty sure you can set it to where there's a hacking timer. And yes. Okay. I gotcha. I don't know why I just like brain farted. Couldn't understand what you're saying, even though it was obvious. Anyway, yeah. I think you can. Yes, I think we can. I want to say we can set that up. I need to set these to not Forerunner textures, or else it's going to be very confusing whenever Forerunner build. Like these two Forerunner blocks are just mixed in with the rest of them. Can you not retexture this block? No, you can, but you can't texture them both at the same time. Wait, I must have selected something wrong. Nope. Something about these blocks makes it to where I can't texture them both simultaneously. I'm going to copy it and replace the other one. Can you have an alarm and lights go off when the other team tries to break into your base, or when they arm their AI? That would be cool. Or what if we do that one? What if we let the other one, let it go like normal for repairing and damaging the doorways? But whenever you activate the security one that opens all the doors on your side, we can blare an alarm and maybe have some lights start flashing. You know what I mean? Spawn some little red flashing lights that will be all over the place to say, hey, warning, your side is all open now. You know what I mean? Like it's all clear now, so you're gonna be screwed. You gotta be worried now. And that might work. That might be a good idea. As far as like letting people know that they're under siege. You know what I mean? It also might be a good idea to make it to where you have to hack that too. I think that would be pretty important. Say this was set to Forerunner floor panel. We're gonna go to UNSC floor panel because I think there is one of those. UNSC wall metal. I think there's a floor, isn't there? Panel floor. Look at that. Now it's a weird color. That's great. Gotta love it. Okay, now we're gonna go to let's see if changing the color. Why is it acting like it's emissive or something? What? Okay. Let's see. Let's go down to, here we go. Is it emissive? No, it's not. Okay, cool. I like that. They're like little caution tape strip. Let's see. That's cool. We'd have to mess around with it. Yeah, exactly. Or when they arm their AI. Yeah. As soon as they arm their AI, or as soon as we open up all of the doors, or something like that would be a cool one. I think we can do... Ooh, what? Why is it doing that now? I am very confused. Okay, now it's actually coloring the correct thing. Oh, it's the whole thing. Oof. Actually, I don't hate that. I know it's weird and it's way too much orange, but I don't actually hate that. In which case I'd probably change that to not orange. Like a big ol' warning yellow in the front doesn't look bad. This is going to be an Oni elevator though. I don't know if we want too much yellow stripes on this area. This is like the entrance to Oni, so maybe this could still be maintained by the UNSC or something. Oh, this is why I was acting emissive, because down here was emissive and it was breaking. Right, we've got the lights on there. I forgot about that. And they're very nice lights. I like them. Okay, let's switch this to... Let's try that Forerunner Periwinkle I was using the other map. This is the wrong one. Let's try that... Not Forerunner, Oni. That sort of Oni Periwinkle I was doing in my other map that worked. That looks really good, like sword base. And you do 0.3... That did not seem to change it. Let's see if... Nope. I don't know why it's not changing, but yeah. That looks weird. But yeah. It's supposed to be a more of a... Okay, now it's just gone completely black. Yeah, y'all have seen me do this on the other map. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. And then I think I used metal brushed. Metal scratched. And now it's red. No clue what's going on with this thing. It's acting very funky. And I think that maybe I need to quit out and go back in to fix it. But I'm thinking that I need to be done for the day, though. Unfortunately. Not for forging for the day, but for the stream. I think I want to. I'm liking this elevator so far. It looks good, and I'm liking these ideas we're doing. If you have any more of those ideas like that, by the way, either send them to me in the Discord or to them in the comments section on the video, and I will definitely monitor those. If you put them on the video, then that means that people who watch the video in the future will be able to see them in the comments section below. So maybe that's for the best, because they'll get buried into the Discord. But yeah, let's see. Or when they arm their... That's cool. We'd have to mess around with it. Are cameras possible like the ones in Sword on the Pit? I think we can put cameras in. You need to write these down. Haha, exactly. I do need to write these down. Okay. The cameras are possible. Unfortunately, they're not like Doom 3, which was the first time I ever saw that done, where you can actually access them and see through them, which would be amazing, by the way. If they put camera objects that would like take a camera view feed of the map, like a perspective of the map, like one of the what do you call it? There's the player, what are they called? The people who are watching, you can switch to them. Let's see. Where you're not, I don't think there's a way to see in here. Not a player, spectator. That's what they call them. If you could, it would be really cool if you could actually place a spectator camera on the map. That like, when you're a spectator, you hit like up on the D-pad and you could switch between preset cameras that someone created for their map. But more importantly than that, they could also use that camera to script onto the monitors and TVs and all that kind of stuff. If you could script those monitors and TVs to show that image, to like render that image to the monitor, it would be so cool to be able to have like a security room that actually shows other areas of the map. Imagine controlling something at a terminal like dropping a crate on someone using a camera. Yeah, like if you had a security camera. Actually, you know what? Security could be here and override that crate to drop in front of that door. What if we put a security terminal here that worked for all the doors, and then another one over here that just like makes that drop a crate onto the map? It would create a dynamic object that would irrevocably change your layout of your map, but we could also turn that off unless you have enough. We can actually make it to where if it's 4v4 mode, in the interest of making like competitive version of the map built into the map, on 4v4 mode we could turn that off. You know what I mean? Because, by the way, all of these scripts would be really easy to turn off and on with this, because I can make a universal variable that says if it's in, 4v4, 8v8, and 12v12, right? And what I can do is say, and every single one of these scripts have a boolean that just says if this variable equals this, then that means that we have like for example, if 4v4 equals true or equals false, then when you press this switch, a crate falls. If 4v4 equals true, then the crate will never fall, because we want to make a slightly more competitive version of the map. So really easily, by making universal variables, there's like thresholds to say whether or not these are active. I can just turn on and turn off these by just literally in their own original scripts having that one branch that just says condition. If this is true, then this can happen, or if this is false, then this can't happen, or then this can happen, and gate it in and out of the different versions. So yeah, I'm glad you understand the scripts. I have no idea though. Yeah, exactly. So we can do all of these sorts of things, a lot of these, if not all of them, and build them into the map and make it super like dynamic and interesting. This might be the most dynamic map on the game after we're done with it because of this. Like, just the ability to go up on there and just have it scale to how many players you have in the map alone is going to be really cool. But like everything else, I think I can delete this door. But all of this other stuff is going to add on top of that, and it's going to be really cool. I think I need to make these no longer shiny until I can like get this. Well, I'm going to save it and quit and come back in and see if that fixes it. But I'm going to do that off stream. But yeah. It'll be one of a kind for real. Yeah, and I think that it's going to usher in a new wave of way people build things, because like the way the custom game browser is right now, at least, we need more maps like this, because it's really hard to get players in, and when players join into a match and they don't know how, and they can see that there's very few players in there, they have no idea. Oh, this is that song that has the quiet part. They have no idea whenever they get into it if it'll ever be fully populated. You know what I mean? Players are going to eventually, so like I think that's one of the barriers to entry for the custom game browser, where people are like, I mean, whenever I jump into matchmaking, it automatically like people can hot join in, it'll replace people with bots, all that kind of stuff. I think we got to do that too, by the way. If you get less than 4v4, if you have less than 4 players, we need to make a script that creates bots and fills out the rest of the players. And maybe whenever you get to the threshold of 8v8, we can fill out the rest of the players with bots as well, until we get to the full-blown 16 players, And then whenever you get up into the threshold 24 to 24, we can do that as well. But it would be like, literally, like, you have to have 17 players in the match before 24 players starts and bots fill out. You know what I mean? But yeah, these kind of maps need a specific name so people know what it is to join. That is true. If we come up with a name that also fits with the idea of the moon base, then we can make it this first one have that keyword built into it in a really interesting way. Otherwise, it's possible people will start referring to it as a type of map based on the name of this map. But yeah, when someone joins, can you remove bots or allow others to join when a bot dies? I can, yes. I can be like, when a player joins, it says when a player joins, check how many players are on that player's team. If it exceeds a certain number, then for each player that's a bot or something like that, basically at the beginning, then like or for each player, if it's a bot, all that kind of stuff, and just delete it. I can trigger an event that checks all the players, see if they're bots, find one that's a bot, and delete that player. And so that would work. We are getting in, there's going to be a lot of scripting involved with a lot of this, but a lot of it will be fairly simple. The elevator is going to be pretty complex, because it's going to have to be Clin's script that moves all the objects at one time. But all of the other ones, like the regular doorways that we're doing, will be fairly simple. One thing that is actually pretty interesting is the doorways for this big door. This ramp goes underground, right under it, so I can't have this door go down. So either I make this door go up, or I make the door split in the middle and open to the left and right. I think the left and right one is the best option, because we have enough wall here that we can fit a door in there and do that, or we make it open by rotating. Anyway, but I've heard, okay, when someone joins, let's see, because I've heard that issue trying to test the map. If there's too many bots, then it would cycle out people to join. The game thinks it's full when bots are in there. Yeah, well, if players, in the description of this map, we're going to tell people, we're going to say set player limit to 24. That way people will do that. But you're right. If we do fill it out all the way to 16 players with bots, it is possible it'll just go, no, there's too many players, don't join. Which means, specifically when we fill out to 24 players is whenever that happened, because we fill out 16 players with bots, but then the limit is set to 24, then people can still join until it hits 24. But as soon as they get to, 17 players, we fill out the rest with bots, then that means that it'll fill all of the slots and no one will be able to join. So you're right, that would be a concern. I can't wait until they release custom game modes, because I can almost guarantee you, I can't think of a reason this wouldn't be the case. The custom game modes have got to have a toggle that allows, that does this for us, that auto fills empty slots with bots, because currently it's really bare bones, and they're currently working on revamping it. That was one of the things that whenever the game came out and the custom game browser was super bare bones and broken and stuff like that, I was like, guys, listen, it's bare bones and broken, which means that they aren't fixing it, and it had been a year and they still hadn't fixed it. And I was telling everybody the whole time, I was like, if you just think about it, you'll realize that this means they're adding a scriptable custom game browser or custom game mode. They wouldn't just leave it broken unless they're working on it for something that is unique to Halo. It won't be like past Halos. And the only thing that they've added to this game that's especially like that is the scriptable, maps. So, I think that they're going to do that. I think that's going to be built into it. But yeah, maybe at 16 it stops assigning bots, but allows up to 24, and removes any bots for players that try to join. Yeah. So we could do that. Yeah, so we can autofill to 16, and then once we get to 16, it stops adding bots. That'll be a good cutoff limit. That'll work. Maybe past a certain point, it won't allow bots to fill. And we can make it to where, I think you're right. I think that would work. We could even potentially go to 22 players. We could put 2 bots in above 16. If the max is at 24, then we could actually fill up to 22, and then every time a player joins, then groups of 3 wouldn't be able to join the map though. So people can join a map with up to 4 people in a party, right? In a fire team, right? Something like that. So if we max at 20, then a fire team of 4 could still join in, and as soon as they join in, it'll delete bots and bring it down to, it'll delete 4 bots and then bring it back down to 20. It'll still be 20. But then if we max out at 20 with bots, then that would work, I think. I think that would work perfectly fine. And the only reason that would not work is if the custom game browser gets so popular that so many people are trying to join at one time that it causes them to not be able to join because the map script hasn't deleted bots yet, and I don't think that's going to be a major problem. So yeah, we'll max at 20, and then that'll allow a 4-person fire team to join still. And then when they join, we'll delete 4 people so that they make it up. They bring it to 20. Or we'll delete 4 bots. And if there aren't 4 bots to delete, we'll just delete as many as are in there. If there's only 2 bots, we'll just delete both of them. But yeah, maybe I'll get 343 to look. Yeah, no, I think so. I think that this setup is going to turn heads pretty quickly. As soon as we're done. It's going to take a while. Honestly, maybe I should... I'm almost thinking I should start... If you start blocking out stuff, you're talking about doing it on the weekend, if you start blocking out the additional areas, if you want, I can sort of throw together what I have in my head as basic block out with big cubes, just to give you an idea of which directions I was thinking the flow would be good. And then you can go in there and block out for real. Then we could work together and maybe get a version of it working that's scriptable. Before I was saying let's art it so that the 4v4 contest we qualify for it, but I actually checked the rules, and the 4v4 contest does not say the map can't be suitable for more than 4v4. It just has to be a 4v4 arena map. So if we script it to make it a 4v4 arena map whenever there's only 8 players in the map, then yeah, we technically qualify for everything and haven't broken the rules. So we could theoretically build out the rest of it, script it to do all of this stuff first, and then let me art it so that we can show off how it works to people before someone watches my stream, steals the idea, and beats me to it because their map is already almost done. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm down to do this weekend. That would be cool. But basically, like, and then we can be like, you know, and then whenever we show it off and reveal how it works, and then we could make a video that explains how to set it up so that more people can set it up in their maps. And then, yeah. You know what, actually? If the name is, I know that, like, I'm gonna be the one scripting it, so I'm not giving you total credit for it, so I don't know, but it's if the player base going up and then like you're ripping areas out of the map and adding it up, or like ripping holes in the map to open up paths to bigger areas, Ripshade isn't a bad, clever, cool name, like, or something like that. Maybe Rip Forge would be a good keyword to put in there. I don't know, but like something where like an expansive map, maybe that isn't exactly right, but like something that implies the map's gonna expand. That doesn't sound too clinical. Like expandable maps sounds very clinical and boring. I don't know. I'll talk to my wife about it because she's, you know, pretty good at coming up with good like name ideas, and that sort of thing. Like good, you know, at verbiage, so to speak. I don't know. I need to get off though. I'm pushing it. I got to get going. Yeah, that's cool. But we'll think of something good. Some stages. Some stages. Scalable. Sounds very clinical and boring to me. Needs to be something. Stages almost sounded good, and I was like, that almost sounds good on its own. But then, like, I don't know, I'm thinking about, like, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We don't need to come up with it right this second. So I'm gonna quit out so that I can try and see if that bug will fix on that texture. And but in the meantime, I will end stream and catch you guys later. But yeah. So yeah, I guess yeah. I'll just catch you guys later.